Good evening, all you beautiful
Hello.
bastards. Oh, hello. Whoa.
I was
Whoa.
going to introduce us.
Well, shit. I'm sorry.
Hello, all you beautiful bastards. I'm Sybs, the great and wonderful. That's Bones, the bald and the ginger. And this is Spaghetti and Naked present Cosmo Voyage. And what am I wearing? So for context,
oh my god, what else?
So for context, my room did not have AC until I got that unit, and it currently does not have any heat. I haven't been able to go out and get a radiator yet for my room. So it is currently 40 degrees in my room. And this temperature drop happened overnight 2 nights ago, and I didn't have time to go get a radiator before Cosmo Voyage. Probably could have.
Hey, Natsu, welcome.
Hey, Natsu.
And also, hey, Smada.
So this is a Snorlax onesie that I bought last year for the same reasons. But last year I was holding on to money because, well, I wasn't sure what was going to happen with job stuff. And I had a heated blanket for sleeping, which was the only thing I needed it for, because back then I still had the Threadripper that was air cooled, so my PC provided plenty of heat. But now that a 5900X connected to a 420 mil rad, it don't push out anything.
I mean, I guess you could mine Bitcoin with your CPU so it will crank out heat. Since it's no longer video card based.
Yeah, but I don't know how well that would work just because it's a 420 mil rad.
It'll still heat soak eventually.
It will eventually, but I don't know if it would be significant enough to offset the temperature in my room by more than just a couple of degrees.
A couple of degrees is a couple of degrees.
Yeah, but 40 to 42 is still freezing as shit.
Yeah, but it's still not 30.
You mean 40?
I mean, it's still better than 30. It is currently, let's see.
It's 40 degrees in my room right now, though.
It is 35 outside and it feels like it's 26. And our low tonight, our actual low is 21.
It is 39 in my room right now, or 39 outside right now. Like, I've literally got one more degree over outside at the moment.
Oof. Yeah, it would be,
once I get paid on Thursday, I'm going on Amazon and ordering a radiator.
I would be
or a queen size heated blanket, one or the other, because I do like it cold when I'm awake. Maybe not this cold, but it does give me an excuse to wear my Snorlax onesie or the sloth onesie.
I would personally,
Don't question my purchases when I was depressed last year.
If I was gonna question your purchases, I would have started a long time ago, my friend.
To be fair, I can justify most of them.
Yeah, thankfully you did cancel the purchase for the VR treadmill, but the VR treadmill purchase, as much as I know you were going to love it and use it, it's still a very questionable purchase.
Oh, I'm gonna reorder it.
I know you are. That doesn't mean it's still not questionable.
I canceled that because it was being pushed back so far, and so I looked at it and I was like, oh, that 1600 VR headset, I can probably snag it for under 800. That's gonna be more pressing right now. Plus, I can use it to finish up all the modifications on the Camaro.
Yes.
So I'm still going to reorder it, but honestly, whenever I first started looking at VR treadmills from this company, they started at like 8,500 when I first looked at them, and I was like, this will eventually get more affordable. And when it does, when it gets to a point where I can reasonably afford it, I'll buy one.
I wouldn't consider 1,600 reasonably affordable for that.
You got to think I'm about to hit my October, November, December, January commissions.
Well, yeah, you're hitting Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the end of October gets kind of busy too. It's a struggle right now, considering I have more than half the sales or activations for the store, but still. Black Friday is going to be intense. Christmas is going to be intense. And then January, you get the people that got Christmas money or whatever.
And then February, you get tax
and
money.
And end of year bonuses. Yeah, and then February's tax money. So, I mean, honestly, I'm going to reorder it probably at the end of this year. and I'll still probably get it around the same time. Because the delay right now is that they're fulfilling Kickstarter pre-orders right now, which I wish I could have done, because then I could have gotten my same VR treadmill for I think it was 1,050.
That's reasonable.
I didn't have the money for it at the moment, but whenever I found out that the Kickstarter was ending, I'd already spent that commission check on. Oh gosh, it was that Kickstarter I found out about right after I bought the Camaro, so I was still putting money back into savings. And I couldn't justify pulling out all my savings for that.
No. But with that being said, it's time.
It's time for some bullshit. You're gonna love it.
It's time for Cosmo Voyage. Dun, 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 dun. We were almost in queue there.
We were. All right, I'm gonna take this hood off. Just because it's pushing on my headphones in a way I don't like.
It's coming out of the natural dip in your head.
It is. Oh, it does also have little paws for your hands.
Oh my god.
The ones on the sloth one are better, but I mean,
it's a Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a Pokemon. And it does have pockets. So it's already better than most women's pants.
Why was I was getting ready to say, you ever compliment a woman and then she's like, oh, that's a nice dress. I know. And then if it has pockets, there is 110% chance she is going to tell you by stuffing her hands in her pockets.
Or by saying, I know it has pockets.
While stuffing her hands into the said pockets to show, and then going,
yeah.
So yeah.
Just when you no, never mind. Not gonna say that. I'll DM that to you, Bones.
What? And then that happens, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, that's an upskirt.
Yeah, basically. I was gonna say, which is when you quickly look down and see if an upskirt happens.
I mean, that's not technically against terms of service. Oh, before we get into it, though,
I'd say that's consent if they do that. On their own.
that is something of their own volition. That is not something that I asked for, nor am I complaining about. But that's not the case. Point. Scorn just came out not too long ago. And for those of you that aren't aware of what Scorn is, it is a first-person shooter, horror, thriller, suspense game that has been in development since 2014. It looks gory as fuck. It looks like it'd actually be somewhat decent to play, but the issue is that it's a $40 game that's 5 hours long.
What is it?
Scorn?
Oh, yeah.
5, possibly pushing 6 hours.
Yeah, that's upsetting. And also, apparently, the graphics are way worse than the trailers.
It still looks good, but it's still, yeah. Like, it's for a game that's been in development for 8 years.
Yeah, the only thing I know to compare it to is Watch Dogs 1 in terms of graphics difference.
Yeah. I mean, Cyberpunk 2077 is a good representation of here's what we want at the demo, and here's what you're going to get.
I'd say that's with gameplay, because Cyberpunk 2077 was still goddamn beautiful. And I didn't see much visual difference between it and the trailers.
There is like a huge difference from the gameplay trailer versus the demo trailer, and where the car is driving through the city. There's a side-by-side comparison, and there's like most of the city's gone in the retail version.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, like, shadows and textures look virtually the same with RTX on.
Taking the everything.
You're talking about background details.
Yes, yeah. that's encompassing everything.
I'll agree to that. What I was talking about specifically is like texture, shadow, and modeling, which was a big difference in Watch Dogs.
Yes.
Background stuff I can forgive because it was already a buggy ass mess.
I mean, which I guess it's pulled a No Man's Sky, I guess, from what I've been told.
It's starting to. I'll say it is officially pulled a No Man's Sky once multiplayer gets added.
Okay, I'll concede to that. And I actually,
But I will forever consider No Man's Sky the best example of a video game turning around.
Oh God, yeah.
Because they've stayed true to their word. They said from the very beginning, all updates will be free. All new content will be free, and they have stuck to that.
Yeah, but I think Hello Games would be fucked if they went against that, though, because of how
many times it was documented.
Well, no, yeah. How they fucked over the entire player base that pre-ordered, and how you would never run into people, and then you have people, of course, that are gonna be like, hey, I'm at this place. Hey, I'm at this place too. I can't see you. What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not actually multiplayer.
They didn't account for that. Once people go towards the center of the universe, it's much more likely to run into other players. And so I think they underestimated how quickly people were going to run into each other. And so they're like, all right, we can just add it before anybody gets close to another person. And then I honestly think that's what happened, because if like it had been spread out as much as they probably anticipated, no one probably would have noticed if they'd been able to push it out quick enough.
I remember I bought it, and then the key that I got was determined to be illegitimate, even though I paid full price for it.
It's worth the money, though.
I mean, I still own it. I feel like, because they just recently actually launched a recent update. I feel like that'd be a good spaghetti and gaming episode.
It would potentially,
because that's
whenever we do that again. Which right now I'm full on the Cosmo.
I mean, I'm totally on the CD train. That's for damn sure. This is way more fun than I ever anticipated that it would be. But I mean, I also want to play For the King again, because I get that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel like there are certain games that we need to stick to for the time being, at least.
We can throw there's For the King.
For the King,
Civ 6, because
Civ 6, whenever it's a channel point redeem.
Thursday will be Civ 6.
Yes, Thursday will be Civ 6.
We need to throw
No Man's Sky, if that turns out well. I
mean, it will.
Well, I mean, like, if it turns out well with us streaming it. Because Motor Town was a fun one. But if No Man's Sky has similar issues.
It shouldn't, because I mean, but we'll
Void
see.
Train, I would like to see if we can get Void Train working streaming again.
That's true. We haven't gotten Void. We've played it, but we haven't gotten it to work on stream yet.
Yeah, it was awful that time. I think we ended up canceling that stream.
We went to Factorio.
Yeah. Carrier Command 2 was really fun. We should do that again sometime.
I agree.
I would love to get that Minecraft server back on sometime and do another community Minecraft with that.
Yeah.
I'll have to upgrade the Hamachi license, though.
Yes.
But so I guess I'll do that, since it's yearly. I'll do that the next time we get a Spaghetti and Gaming or Spaghetti and Naked payout.
Okay. All right. But with that, so where did we last leave our dumb fucks? Oh, I know. I remember where we had just turned around and gone back to Bulgaria to have the retrofits and everything done, because we were going to be pulled off of the Bulgarians' power, so they could just work on Little Dog and Big Boy.
Big Boy and B-Dog.
B-Dog, that's right, Big Boy and B-Dog.
Yeah.
And
I do like Little Dog, though.
I mean, B-Dog, Little Dog. We would be retconning ourselves, but it's only one episode.
Yeah, I like Little Dog, and I mean, plus they're like, yeah, we nicknamed it B Dog, and then we're like, well, B sounds like big, so we actually just decided to change it to Little Dog.
L Dog.
L Dog.
B Dog and L Dog. There we go. That's it.
Big boy and L Dog.
BB and LB.
BB and LD.
Oh yeah, LD. Maybe not LD.
Long dick.
That wasn't what I was thinking of, but that works.
What were you thinking?
Learning deficiency.
PD, power deficiency.
I mean, we tried to run the whole ship off of it currently. There would be some sort of power deficiency, so yes,
yeah,
that would be fitting.
Not some, a lot.
Just a wee bit.
I mean, you got to think you've currently got multiple departments at a very hard set limit, and that's still over the capacity.
Yeah. No,
L-Dog.
I know it's the capacity. Of L Dog of LD is, what was it? Was 68 terawatts?
48.
Yeah, that's right. It's 48 terawatts, and we're currently using 68 to 75 terawatts.
I thought it was like 65.
65. I mean, because I know that we have a limit of 98 currently.
78.
Oh yeah. That's right.
So it's currently 78. Estimated retrofit will be 190 even.
Yes.
Whereas L Dog is 48.25.
Hey Tammys, welcome.
Hey Tammys, thanks for joining in.
Yes. How are you doing?
While we wait on Tammy's response, also remember that fucking who was it? It was one of the ethics council. Basically the ethics committee said, I think it was Kilman that said it, that if that anomaly disappears,
it's gonna be shit's gonna come
before
back.
you get back,
I have to
and in the time frame that you could have reached it, you're going to have to answer to the council.
Yes. Which I was thinking about that. I'm gonna be able to kind of,
like I said, if it disappears after you would have gotten there and before you get back there.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So that window.
It sounds like fun.
Hey, Minecraft is fun.
Modded Minecraft is better.
Modded Minecraft is great.
Yes.
I want to do an all the mod 6 game. Or like Sky Factory 4. That would be fun.
Sky Factory or 8, all the mod 6 or 7. I think 7's the most current one.
Yeah, 7 is the most current, but I'm not the biggest fan. There's a whole lot more you can do in all the mod 6. I mean, granted, that's just because mods are still being updated.
Yes.
To be compatible, but Sky Factory 4 would be fun if we don't run into the multiplayer issue where like all passive mobs disappear randomly. When it's kind of a crapshoot if that happens or not.
So actually, I want to
disappear visually. They are still there.
You just
can't see them.
That's fun.
And the only way to fix it is restarting the server.
Fun. Okay.
Granted, that could be something where I was posting it as a LAN game. So running it from an actual server might be better.
Different? Okay. That makes sense. Speaking of Minecraft, I watched the Minecraft Live the other day.
Oh man, those chiseled bookshelves look great.
Yes, they do. I'm sorry. Minecraft is a fun game, but the committee that they have running those Minecraft lives is fucking atrocious. They are absolutely fucking stupid as all get out.
What did they do? I didn't actually watch Minecraft Live.
I'm redeeming something. So
If
it was
it's
just
to give Cheezer a treat, he's currently 6 still.
oh. It was the kind of way that they did everything. It's just the way that they talked, which I mean, I get it. A lot of them aren't English, so it's understand. It is what it is.
Things can be lost in translation. Yeah.
It wasn't. It's more that when they were talking, you could hear their lips smacking together. Like they did not equalize it out well. It was way too sensitive. The woman who was the presenter, nothing.
Maybe it's like the Quebecers and Letterkenny. Well, that's just part of it.
You work at Titty Bank? Yes, TD
Yeah.
Bank.
Yes,
TD
Bank.
No,
Well, no. What was the noise that the Quebecers would make after some sentences?
Oh God, I don't know. I'd have to rewatch Letterkenny, and I haven't watched that. Smata,
JJ, Frankie, JJ. Jean-Jacques, Francois, Jean.
Yeah.
Jean-Jacques, Francois, Jacques, Jean. JJ, Frankie, JJ. I remember watching it the first time I messaged you and I was like, holy shit, that is the best worst name ever.
Yes.
So, all right.
But yeah,
so yeah,
I'm not going to get into that right now. We're in CV land, so.
Yeah, we are. We need to not distract too much. But anyways, so yeah, you're heading back to Bulgaria Station.
Bang.
Or as my grandmother once called it, shitty bang bang.
Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. Do 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 do.
So my grandmother like does not curse at all. That's the only time I've ever heard her curse. And so when she came in, she goes, "Oh, are you all watching shitty bang bang? I mean, chitty bang bang." It was like the funniest moment of my childhood.
Say, Granny Crust, she just didn't swear around you.
Yeah. No, she really doesn't. Like, legitimately doesn't. My grandma and Papa will, but my Nana and Pops and my Nana and Poppy will not. And I've, like, my dad's entire life, he's never heard his parents curse.
Oh, okay.
Except for, like, once, ever. So, like, it's always a moment when it's like, whenever it does happen.
Fuck. Yeah,
So,
I could not swear. It's so, like, I can only not swear as when I'm doing my customer service self, which, no, I'm not doing that here.
Even in me, it depends on which customer, because some customers that are more laid back, it helps the interaction.
It depends on what you're doing, yes.
I mean, I think it also helps with face-to-face stuff. Sorry, I'm grabbing more flavor cart for my circle bottles. They both ran out, so. Because I drink so much goddamn water.
I need to drink more water.
I'm also going to turn off my closet lights, so because I'll be able to hear you on the headset because my cable's 10 feet long.
Yeah.
What
Drink
are
something.
you doing in the 4 days on the trip back?
The 4 days on the trip back.
I love this Snorlax one.
Oh, look, it's a Snorlax. Pikachu, I choose you.
Pockets! It has pockets! Oh, me too.
Well,
so actually,
I hope so,
I was
because
drinking...
you spent money on it.
Me?
Yes, you. I hope you love it.
Yeah, I do. So I started off with a starter kit, which was the 22. Actually, a long time ago, I got the Vision Energy which was compatible with the Circle system, but I wasn't a fan of their prices originally. Now that they're actually merged with Circle, it's a lot better. So I can just order them with my normal Circle subscription. But I tried the starter pack mostly because my parents were like, "You should do it. It'll cut back on your soda." I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "If you can get it down to like instead of like a 6 or 7, like you have been drinking, down to like
I can
3
hear
or
the-
4, it'll last a lot
and
longer."
it's interfering with your audio.
Yeah. But they were like, if you can bring it down from a 7 or 8 down to a 3 or 4, you'll get a lot more usage out of them. So now I typically start at about a 4.5 or so. But I was drinking so much that I had to. Oh yeah, no. I still have one of the coffee ones, and I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna save that for when I really need some flavor and I've got nothing else. So I had the 22-ounce bottle, and I was constantly running out of water because I got so addicted to it. So I bought a 32-ounce bottle, metal bottle, to keep here, and the other one at work. Well, I was going through all of this in a stream. So a few weeks ago, I bought a second bottle, and I go through about 32 cartridges a month. 16 to 32, somewhere around there. I have to check my plan.
I've done a whole lot of looking into the Circle, or the one that's the thing that has the cartridge that you pop out of it, and the one that has, like, I can't remember the name of it, but it's literally like a
Life Pod or whatever,
something, but it's not disposable. It becomes part of it, and you can literally turn it off and just drink straight water. Whereas
that's Circle.
It's not Circle. Nope.
Yes.
I know.
Circle.
I know you can't.
Circle.
I know you can do that, but I'm not talking about Circle. It's a different brand. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But you never dispose of something. The cartridge is refillable, and you can put whatever liquid you want in it.
Yes, you can actually do that with the Circles. If you take one of the empty cartridges, you can pull it off and you can fill it up with a Mio.
Yeah, you could. Yes.
Oh, one of my coworkers does it. There's Waterlytics, Droppy, Hydrate Spark, H2O Pal. Literally one that's just called Water Mender. Plant Nanny.
I get so this
Aqua Hydration, Water Llama. That's just whenever I search Circle alternative. Oh, Smata, those two 32-ounce bottles, that's just what I go through in a CV stream, like in a stream. Like, I'm probably drinking around 180 ounces of water through Circle.
It is.
Yeah, I've got the 32 cartridge plan, and I need to change it because I'm not a big fan of the strawberry kiwis.
It's infuse.
Oh yeah, that one.
Because it's literally, because the argument, and hear me out on this argument. The big issue with Circle is that you are, at the end of the day, still creating waste.
I'll agree to that.
And then compounding that, you're physically throwing away a part of your water bottle. If you do not order another Circle container, another Circle thing, and if you throw that away, you have lost the ability to use your water bottle. Which is, in my opinion, it's a waste of fucking money. Because of you're creating waste, which is the whole point of going to a refillable water bottle, is reducing your waste to as slim as possible. But now compounding that, you're buying a flavor cartridge, which is great and all, but you have to dispose of it, and then there's the packaging for it, and then there's the foil packaging it comes in, There's so much waste generated from this. Granted, it's all recyclable. That the whole process is 100% recyclable for all of that to a certain degree, because at a certain point in time, plastic becomes non-recyclable. You can only use it so many times. Whoa, we're getting some weird artifacting.
Weird.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. But if you do something where there's like a cartridge that you can pop out, literally you just fill it up, clock it back in, and you're good to go. If you don't want to run with any sort of filling in it, that is what it is. Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see. 3, 2, 15, 18, 28. It's 30 20 ounce bottles of water. Is that a day? Is that a day? $30 a week. No, that's not a lot of water.
Probably not. Okay, I just adjusted my plan while we've been talking about this. So now it's 4 black cherry, 7 cherry limeades, 2 green apples, 6 fruit punches, 5 of the blueberry lemonade, 2 of the regular lemonade, 4 of the fission green apples. Which I guess since I have the fission green apples, I don't need the normal green apples. I can.
So, Smata, that works out to roughly 4.69 gallons a week of water, which is still less than what you're supposed to get a day.
Yeah, you're supposed to get something like 140 ounces of water a day. Which is a little over a gallon.
Yes. It was 120. I had to look it up because I couldn't remember how many ounces were in a gallon. It's 128 ounces in a gallon.
Yeah, 128.
Yeah. I did not know that off the top of my head, so I had to look it up. So yeah, at 30 20 ounce bottles is 600 ounces a week, and 600 divided by 128 is 4.6875, 4.69 rounded because 69.
They recommend at least 125 ounces for men and 91 ounces for women per day.
Yep. But yes, moving. So what am I going to do? Because we keep getting distracted. I am. So actually, what does training for my portal shit do? Is it how quickly I can? It's how quickly I can make them reappear.
Yes, how quickly you can make them reappear, how quickly you can react.
Okay, so I'm going to spend...
and it can change how much you can store in the pocket dimension.
Okay, I still have a beverage. Pocket dimension, drink. Sip.
The only things you can't put in are living things.
I know a drink is not a living thing.
No, I'm just telling you, like, so like you can't put a tree in there, but you can put an apple in there.
Yes.
You can't put a person in there, and when I say that, it will be detrimental to you and the person, or the living thing. Like if you put a tree in there, it's gonna fucking hurt you as well.
Wait, instant sterilization? I mean, technically speaking, yeah. He's not wrong. If I put something that's germ ridden into my pocket dimension, I might occur some adverse side effects from it, but it would instantly sterilize it because it would kill anything that is living, and a bacteria is a living thing. So yes, he is correct.
It basically puts it in like a preserved state, but living things can't live without passage of time or like oxygen and nutrients and stuff like that. Whereas like an apple, if you fully preserve it, it'll stay fine.
Yes.
So you could technically put an apple in your pocket dimension now and pull it out in 17 years, and it would be the exact same as when you put it in.
Still is crisp, still delicious.
The thing with because time technically passes in there, but it retains the properties. But because the time passes and it retains the properties, any living thing will like explode because it's like, this shouldn't happen.
Yeah, it defies the laws of known physics.
It defies the laws of the magical physics too.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I want to spend 2 days working on my portal ability, and I just rolled a 19.
Okay. Are you focusing on anything in particular while you're working on it?
I am focusing on how quickly I can remake them.
Okay, that's all you're working on?
I mean, if anything was to come of it as far as how large or how small I can make them, sure.
No, you can already do that with the 8-foot max.
Okay. I mean, I don't necessarily use the pocket dimension all that much yet, so
you don't focus on that really?
Not right. I haven't seen a need for it yet.
And the reason why it's 8 feet max is because of your body size.
Well, my body mass.
Yes, your body mass and the 3-foot rule. That's part of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I believe it was like 11 or 12 feet before you got injured.
Yes.
Realistically, I probably should have made it 6 feet, but I'm not going to retcon myself that far back.
Yes.
But
so yes,
that's a thing for when your kidney fails or your liver.
Either way. Well, no, I don't know. I don't have a liver. My liver's fake, so it just processes.
No, you've got a liver. It's the bottom of your intestines.
I think I might have to go rewatch one of the earlier episodes if we still have it, because
Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure that episode is gone.
I still have the hard drive.
Yeah, but the hard drive is broken. You said you can't get the files off of it.
I mean, I haven't tried in a hot minute, so I guess I'll try again.
Okay, regardless though. I'm retconning it now because it needs to be established. It's the bottom part of your like basically the bottom fold, like that bottom track of the small and large intestine.
But just remember, Chad, just remember, he didn't want to retcon that far back.
Well, you know what? This is something where like we have talked about the 8-foot so many times, and like this other one's very minute. It doesn't really matter because the ability is already set in stone. So this retcon is very limited.
And then so since I rolled a 19, what does that net me?
You improve quite a bit on the speed of your portals. Granted, the speed of it, the faster you do it, the smaller the portals have to be.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still get a solid 4.5-foot portal in diameter. It almost instantaneously.
Awesome. Okay. And then I want to spend the last 2 days working on increasing my ability to utilize my appendages more than 125%.
No, you're at 110.
No. I have trained and got back up. That is something that I did.
I don't think you got to the full 125.
We got back to normal. We did get back to normal.
I'm gonna have to watch the VOD.
Yep. I remember. I remember this.
I pulled you to the 125. I gave you improvement from what you were at, but I don't think it was back to the full 125.
Okay, well, you never made the designation of improvement from 110, so I assumed we were back to normal, because I even think I asked us back to normal. But I rolled a nat 20.
Let's see what I roll. You can get up to about 145 now.
Force me to re-roll the dice.
Oh.
Fine, 16.
You can get back to, you're now at 135.
Cool, I improved by 10%. What did you roll?
7.
Okay.
No, an 8.
That damn redeem is going to be the fucking death of me.
Good. I'm going back to that bond real quick. You know what? No, I'll do that another time. Anyways, so yeah, you're at 135 now.
If I was at 125% and I'm now at 135%, that is an improvement of 10%. That is
10% points is what he's saying, because 10% more over 125 would be 137 and a half.
Yes, 10% of it'd be 12.5, and yes, but for it'd be
10% over normal.
Yes.
So, anyways, yeah. So that's what you do.
Okay, that was just really weird. I just rolled 4 nat 20s in a row just for shits and giggles.
Weighted die.
No.
Weighted die.
If it is, then I'm
stuck his D20 in the microwave.
It's metal, dude. I would end up burning my house down.
It's not solid metal all the way through. They're generally resin with a metal plate over them.
It's still metal in a microwave. It would burn my house down.
Bones, put the D20 into the oven.
I actually don't. I'm curious now. What is?
I think most metal die are just metal coated. Save on cost.
Yeah, then it wouldn't weigh as much as it does.
Depends on how thick of metal.
I mean, I guess it's true. I'm not risking breaking it. When did I get these? It was this year, 2022.
It depends on if it's a solid die, solid steel, a solid metal die, or a flexible steel die. As a solid metal die is just made from a single disc, whereas the flexible die are steel wrapped around.
It is solid metal, and it is a zinc. I just read it. It's a zinc alloy.
Okay. Okay. I'm sure it would still do something if you heated it up.
It burned down my fucking house.
Not in the microwave, in the oven.
I mean, if I did anything with it, it would be that the
torch.
It would just fuck with the finish that's on it. Because if it's solid, I would never get it. I would have to get it above probably 600 degrees before it would even start deforming on itself under its own weight. And then it would look lopsided, and it's not.
You got to think, a weighted die isn't always D20s. Generally, especially with like resin and stuff, which I know it has a low melting point, but it can happen with metal die. Generally, what it does is it does just enough to make the one slightly heavier.
Yeah, I think this is where you can take it on either point, and you can, or on any of the would be 20 points, but 10 points from the diameter, and spin it, and you can tell that it's not It's not imbalanced. Granted, it's really hard for you to see that right now. Shit.
Anyways,
But I promise that it is not a way to die. I blame it on the LTT Store Northern Lights desk mat. That
versus my custom desk mat. That is, and all the obstacles on my desk, like cards and my mouse and stuff like that. Because I actually have a custom mouse pad that is the exact size of my desk.
Yeah, I have this whole section that's in front of my monitor over here. That
I just rolled 4 times. I got 2 19s, a 1, and a 4.
Yeah, so I'd like it's. I mean, I could even just use the actual dice roller that I printed out. Now I got a 5 there, 17, a 9, and a nat 20.
Well, you're using the dice roller from now on.
Okay, fine.
Anyways, I digress.
So yes. So we got back to Bulgaria.
Yep. So it is going to take about 3 weeks.
Yes.
Basically, they're going to rescan for the anomaly, and basically, if it's already disappeared during the clear, but if it disappears anytime after now before you get back there, you're gonna have to write a report.
Absolutely.
Because it's 4 days, so if it's already disappeared, whatever.
Yep.
They're gonna take a little bit to scan that just because of how far it is. They get the process started right away. You actually, Kife comes and says hello to you.
Kife,
that was First Ambassador, Space Station Commander.
Okay.
I'm not Kife.
Kife.
I'll get all these in a note eventually.
I'm trying to remember. That's not the leader of was the leader of the blue people. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Kife, what's going on?
Kife.
Sorry, Kife.
Yeah. Hey, I was just coming to take a look at your ship because I've just now realized I've never actually been on board.
Oh yeah.
Your ship, which I guess this isn't the original ship, so even if I had been on board previously, it wouldn't look the same.
Yeah, no, this ship was designed with huge Reg in mind.
Smart choice. Walks in, which, I mean, it's got the giant docking
door.
bay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 30-foot tall door for dealing with huge Reg.
Yeah, it does. And so most stations can't accommodate you all walking freely onto it. You normally have to take a shuttle. But this one, because it was built afterwards, they did kind of accommodate for huge Reg.
Yes. So yeah, where...
Oh, no wonder I'm not getting any flavoring. I hadn't turned on the flavoring. Flavoring engaged.
So, with that, Clefe, is there anywhere in particular you want to see first, or do you just want to kind of...
Oh, sorry. I will say 99% of the space stations, the hallways and corridors and everything like that are large enough to sustain huge Reg.
Okay.
It's just the docking port for like direct to ship that isn't.
Okay.
So most you do have to take the transporter because the landing bays are bigger.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Considering there are probably ships that are as tall as or taller than huge Reg that would land in a dock in a bay.
Like cargo ships and stuff like that. That it's just easier to just drop off a cargo container and stuff like that. So you all do have one of your all's transports is large enough for huge Reg.
Yeah, because we had to rip out 4 rows of seats.
Yeah. Well,
there might be more now.
You've since had to retrofit one of them to make it taller by about 4.5 feet, and he still has to bend over.
Is this like the the massive like cab that you put on the back of a pickup to convert it into basically a fucking van?
Kind of, but imagine the ones where like it goes over and then it like has the
yeah no, like it's got like it goes with the roof line and then all of a sudden at the end of it whoop.
Yeah, it does have that whoop after the flight thing, so like it does actually have the little whoop for huge dredge.
Oh shit.
They've made it wider, taller, given it bigger engines and a slightly bigger battery bank.
Oh,
new crew member bend over? Well, make sure you write it up and we'll decide.
yep, either write it up or use the channel redemption points. So nothing else works. Sorry, don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
Cannot help you there. So yes. So yeah. Clefe, is there anywhere in particular that you wanted to visit as far as coming onto the ship, or do you just kind of want to walk around and just kind of take a gander?
Oh, hold on. Can you repeat the end of that?
Do you
remember when I said that these sync to multiple devices?
Yes. Did it randomly sync to your phone?
Well, when I locked the phone and it made the lock noise switched it to the iPhone.
See, that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if that's adjustable in the app real quick.
So,
but anyways,
as I said, so Clefe, do you want to is there anywhere in particular you want to see as far as on the ship, or do you just kind of want to meander around and just take a look?
Just meander and take a look. Or if you want to give me a tour, I would also be very
honored.
I would be very honored to get a tour if you would like.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess first thing we can do is we can just hang a quick left here, and we're on the bridge, since it's right there.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I need to lock my iPhone.
Holding. Okay,
you're back.
Hey.
That's a problem. I need to mess with those settings later.
Yep, that's something that
it is really convenient whenever I'm doing something on the PC and like someone calls me, I can just answer it and it switches over. But the lock sound is kind of ridiculous. It should fix if I like turn off the lock sound, but I also kind of like the lock sound.
Oh, so yeah, coming through here and just taking to our quick left, we come into the bridge.
Okay. Quick right.
You're walking into the ship.
It's docked on the right side.
And if you're on the right side and if you're walking into the ship, that would still face you towards the front, which would be left.
Right, so it comes in at a 90-degree angle on the right side, so when you walk in, you would have to turn right.
Oh!
You're thinking about it if it was docked from the left.
Can you dock from either side?
You can, but they docked from the right.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what I said.
It's my ship.
Well, fuck you. In my head, I pictured it docked on the right. I'm the DM. Fuck you.
Fine. If we turn to our other left, do both sides have a gas can?
Fine. If you turn towards the bow.
Oh shit! I mean, technically, that's what space future sorcery is. So yeah,
no. So it actually has a center one on the top, like some of the '80s Corvettes. Where it was in the center on the back.
Or it's a food processor because it's Back to the Future.
Actually, it doesn't have fuel because it uses the quantum reactors, but I digress.
I mean, yes. It getting its fuel because shit can travel through matter because quantum.
Yeah.
Because quantum mechanics.
It's not quite a perpetual motion machine, but it is a generation positive machine because it needs electricity to use the fabricators, but you can fabricate individual atoms so cheaply that the reactor gives off more power than what the
so yes, Back to the Future only had one side. It had one, well, at least in the second movie, it had one power source, which is from biodegradable fuel that you put into the food processor to power said car. So it still had one input that was on top. It was a white Mr. Kitchen, I think.
Will it blend? The Blend Tech blender. Those things are expensive.
They really are.
But I mean, to be fair, it blends everything, almost everything. Apparently,
it does not blend Chuck Norris.
No.
That fucking blender.
I just love. Do they still make the Will It Blend videos?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, it's like $400. They were making them at least in like the 2010s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they start at.
You can't read that. Okay, never mind.
Outside of sale pricing, they start at $380.
Yes.
Refurbished, you can get them as low as $280, but they go all the way up to $800.
And that's not getting you into the commercial class.
That's the professional one.
Yeah. Well, that's still residential grade. They still have a grade above that, and they don't sell those publicly. Those are wholesale only to businesses, and those start in the thousands.
Yeah.
All of your Starbucks have BlendTech blenders.
Oh, they've got them on the website.
Oh, they do? Oh.
Yeah, the commercial ones. They start commercially at $737 and go all the way up to $2,800. And that one is the Stealth Nitro X.
Yeah.
Wait, Stealth Nitro, does that mean like it can cool? Because my mom has a blender that will heat.
I mean, inherently, a blender will get hot by nature.
Yeah.
Because you're chopping something up. But yeah, it's surprising like how well encasing a blender
she can cook soup in the blender. Like, you can cook with her blender.
Oh, that's odd.
I don't try to question it. I just know the potato soup was good.
All I know is I ate it and I got full and it was yummy.
Oh, okay. What the nitro is there's a cup system so that you can put whatever cup in it, blend it that way, and then take it off so that you're blending directly to the cup and not wasting any ingredients.
There you go.
Kind of like one of the bullet blenders.
Yes, which we have one, and I fucking love that damn thing.
I have one too. We had one of like the big tall bullets for a little while too that could do the full picture.
Mm-hmm. I love making smoothies in them. Just chuck everything in it, walk away from it, or I make a phenomenal copycat chipotle dressing. Chipotle's vinaigrette, that is. And if any of y'all have never had Chipotle's vinaigrette, you're fucking missing out. It is so goddamn good.
Will It Blend ended on November 10th of 2020.
Oh shit. There you go. And peanut butter jelly. iPhone, will it blend?
Yes, it will.
Don't smell that. I think what made that even better, though, is it's the president and CEO of Blend Tech making those videos.
Will it blend?
Chuck Norris. No. That's marketing done right. Like, turn on a blender.
Put anything in it for that one?
No, he did. It was him and a whole bunch of action figures, and
I'm sure they did something with the blade.
No. What happened was of course, the Chuck Norris doll blended in the blender. But what they did is when they cut to the scene where it was poured, they had another unblended Chuck Norris doll that rose out of Chuck Norris doesn't. Will it blend? Yes, but not Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Will it blend flex tape? More than likely, yes. Blend Tech actually goes through a pretty rigorous thing before you even get them. They go through a fairly rigorous I remember watching something on the Discovery Channel about it. Every Blend Tech blender that they make, they will run it for 24 hours straight, and they have to pump water into the container to keep it from overheating because it boils the water off of it at an alarming rate. So they get stress tested before they even leave the factory.
Oh, a year ago, they're still doing stuff on YouTube, but they had a Will It Blend The Mandalorian season 2.
Oh my god. Will it blend Grogu? Yes. And if it doesn't turn into a blue fucking macaroon, I swear to God.
Oh, that's funny.
That's terrible, but it's funny.
Anyways,
moving on.
Back to the situation at hand.
Yes.
They're giving him the tour. He sees the bridge and he goes, this is interesting.
What's interesting about it?
Well, you've seen your the fuck did we call it?
I don't know.
What did we write that down? The Cadillac.
Oh, the Dorito?
Yes, the Dorito, but what was the brand name that
it was hold on. I have it in a pinned message. The Decalonk. Desalonk.
Yeah, I'm putting that
El Dorito.
My notes real quick. Desalonk Le Dorito.
No, you said L.
I'm pretty sure I said Le.
It is literally a pinned message that I am looking at in our Discord DM.
Oh, well, it needs to be Le.
You even edited it to say L. It was edited on the 12th, 6 days ago. No, it is L. No,
I edited it to change Cadillac El Dorado to Desalonk. I put El Dorito, but I'm assuming I meant to do Le. That way they couldn't even get us on the El Dorito.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The El Dorado.
Yeah.
Fine.
So that's why it's Le.
Fine. La.
La?
La. Yes. That's the feminine or the effeminate version of a word in Espanol.
But then it would have to be La Dorita.
No.
Because O is...
Nope. The la. The L and la are the gender designation in Spanish.
Wait, I was making it French.
It's still a derivative of Latin. It's still the same.
Yeah, but le and l. Okay, fine. La dorhito.
We could say dorita as well, even though that sounds more like gordita.
We're going with dorita.
La taco.
La dorita.
La tortilla. No, that's not even tortilla. That's totriaya. Totriaya. What?
Triaya?
What the fuck is that? It's like Toyota and I'm so broken.
I win sometimes, Tammy. I can't always say fuck you, I'm the DM.
This is true.
That's written into the rules of almost every role-playing system.
Yeah. Don't fuck with the DM.
Where the DM can alter the rules as they see fit.
La to
Torita.
triaya. Totriaya. Because the double L is Y.
Yeah. La totriaya.
Totriaya. That's a mouthful.
La totriaya.
Oh,
the totriaya.
Aye.
Totriaya.
Aye.
Aye. You gotta get like the throat in it. Aye.
So yes, so made a comment about you remember the La Dorita?
Yes.
What about it? You were making a comment about how you remember this. So, Mr. DM, what about it reminds me of the La Dorita? Can't hear you. Shake, shake, shake. Earthquake! Earthquake, people! What would it be without some sort of spaghetti and naked setup without technical difficulties? So the question is can he hear us? Oh, he can hear. Okay, so he can hear us.
Can you hear me now?
Yay! What'd you do? Now you froze. Who's that Pokemon? Oh, there we go. Can't hear you now. You can type in Discord. Oh, okay. I guess he can't. Never mind. I can't read lips, but I know what the fuck he just said. It's Pikachu. It's Snorlax. Fuck. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. So while we're waiting to everything's oh, okay. That's gotta sound kind of fun. So for those of you that aren't aware, everything is disconnecting and reconnecting on his computer. I blame AMD. No signal. That's a blurry no signal. Everybody, no signal. That's terrible. I'm an asshole. So kind of with that being said, yeah. So on my tangent of what I was going to talk about earlier, I'm excited for Dragonflight. I only get the dings when I unplug the USB hub, so it's something in the hub. He's restarting PC, so this is gonna look all sorts of funny because I'm gonna shift to the center. I have no way to do this with just me. If I go to any, see, there he goes. Oh, hey, hey.
Hey, remember that thing where I said it would just clip to my headphones? I can do this in the meantime.
Hey, look at that. He looks it looks better. I mean, it's a better quality camera, so what do you expect?
I mean, yeah, the front cameras on iPhones are great. I will give Apple that.
Well,
as much as I don't want to.
See, now you just need to stand. Is this the Sybs thinner? I mean, you do have the black bar, the gray bars kind of making it look like you are slimmer. Yes.
I mean, I have also lost a decent bit of weight over the last few months.
That too. That'll do it.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
And what's funny is that I know that you have the same mic as I do, but this mic sounds better.
What? There's no.
Do I have anyone do I have anyone that agrees with me on that statement that Sybs sounds better?
There's absolutely no way that it sounds better on my phone.
Split VCam.
Like, I don't believe that for a second.
It is way clearer, but you're also closer to the mic, and it's a very directional mic.
That would have to be the only thing. I realize, but one thing at a time, Bones.
I'm just stating. I mean, is it gonna load? I mean, slanty picture aside, maybe. Really weird looking over at a chair, and you're not sitting there because you're not over there. So it's not working. Hey, see, I shifted to the center. Just pull up a still frame of Sybs.
At this point, yeah. Where is my XSplit?
XSplit not working. This is what happens when you retcon shit and you start renaming things. Stuff breaks. El Dorito. Long live the El Dorito. There's XSplit. And hey, there we go.
Yay.
That's what you
no issues whatsoever this stream.
We'll fix it in post. We'll get photo.
Are you not listening to Spotify anymore?
Oh, it must have. Discord must have paused it again. Discord's starting to do its whole pausing of audio because we're streaming, and it doesn't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like the fact that it has that authority.
All right, so.
Which also, Gitfo is moving away from Twitch.
What's he moving to?
YouTube.
Really?
I mean, YouTube has a better agreement as far as payout.
I want to stick with Twitch for the time being. For us.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not a fan of the YouTube streaming interface, personally.
I mean, on our end, it doesn't change.
No, like what I'm saying is I don't like navigating it when I'm watching a streamer.
Oh, I mean, sure.
I just don't. It's the same reason why I haven't really tuned into Killa since he moved from Twitch.
I mean, I get it. I don't really care one way or the other, but it's one of those 70-30 is kind of nice versus 50-50 which is guaranteed, period. They're not changing that.
Which
Yep.
isn't the 50/50.
Yep.
Yeah, we can start looking at it, but like, is there like?
I mean, there's a lot of cons against moving away from Twitch, because Twitch has Amazon Prime integration, so you get your free sub month, whereas you lose that when you go to YouTube.
I don't think you can do all the sound blurbs on YouTube.
You can. It's just you can do, well, that's where getting into Stream Deck. You could still utilize Stream Deck. None of that changes. Again, from the content creator side, nothing changes.
Yeah.
It's still using Streamlabs or OBS. It's just changing where you're signing into your YouTube account and going live instead of signing into your Twitch account and going live. That's the only thing that changes on your end. There is some fundamental changes as far as processes, as far as like commands and stuff are concerned, but that's the only significant difference from our end.
Yeah.
From the user end, yes, it is a different change because it's a different interface. There's no way to there's no bits. Everything's either dollar donations, subbing, no raids yet. They do want to input raids, but even then raids aren't helping you either in Discord, in Twitch, because if you're a lurker, you're not helping the raid by any stretch of the imagination. You're not helping the content creator by lurking.
Because you have to message it's like at least once to count as a viewer.
And it's not, you have to maintain. It is not just doing it once. It is over time. You have to maintain things. So no, I'm sorry. There's, at the end of the day, I like right now I'm lurking on Elder God Bones in this, but I'm not counting toward this. I might as well not have it up on my phone anymore because it doesn't matter. It does not help the algorithm because lurkers do not count towards your engagement. So yeah, there are fundamental issues with that, or getting rid of the hosting ability.
Right.
That's stupid. Like why who does that benefit? Like that.
I think the biggest benefit to us more than anything would be that our VODs are all right there.
Yes.
I think that would be the biggest benefit, but I don't see our viewing audience on YouTube like we do on Twitch.
I mean, that's the issue.
Yeah, that's why I think for now Twitch would be our best bet, and I think if we do in the future look at changing to YouTube, I would want to do a poll in the Discord.
Because here's the thing, like the VOD, like I could still keep doing the download.
Check the DM I sent you, by the way.
Oh. Potentially.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously that was potentially, but still, I see that as a very major downside.
Yeah. It's just, I get it. It's Discord. Wow. Twitch is fucking over all of its creators.
Yeah.
Literally in the name of, which makes no sense, because they're talking about how it nets people more money. It's like, it doesn't net anyone more money. It nets you, the entity Twitch, more money, or it saves you from paying out as much money, because now me lurking because I went to sleep and that person's raided 6 people. I helped the raid because I was part of it, because I was there, but that content creator who I stuck around for inadvertently gains no benefit for me being there.
Yeah, because it's like the ads still pay out based off viewers, so then taking away the lurkers, it takes some money away from us and them. So I don't understand that.
No, it doesn't take away any money from them. They still get paid for the ad. It's the content creator, the streamer doesn't get paid for it. So if we have like if we weren't subbed to our own account, if when ads would roll, as a lurker, we would get no ad revenue payout on those. Lurkers do not generate you income. Period.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I'm sure Twitch gets paid out based off how many viewers view an ad.
Yeah. Yeah, Twitch still makes money off of it. Absolutely.
Oh, so Twitch makes the money off the lurker, but we don't. Okay, that's bullshit.
That's again, I understand this is like even though it would be crappy to move, that's a really shitty move.
Yeah, it would. At this point, I'd still think that we're too small for it to be a significant difference, though.
I mean, then it's going to be we're too big to make a significant difference. It's we don't want to risk, because that's another reason why larger streamers
we have to do it at the right time.
There's no such thing as the right time. You either do it at the time or it never happens. This is the crux of that decision. Either you do it and you pull the band-aid off and you deal with the repercussions, or it never happens because you never rip the band-aid off. This is just as this life. This is business. It's a business decision. What better affects the business as a whole? Are we going to lose people who potentially won't watch us on YouTube? Yes. Are we going to potentially gain people? Also, yes. Who knows? Because at the end of the day, the algorithm could treat us properly and it could grow exponentially. That's another thing. Because now,
it could treat us worse, because someone said that we showed up on their Twitch recommended, one of our viewers.
But we were on the last page, which stands to reason. We had I remember who it was, but I remember him coming in, but he
said we were on the bottom of the well, I mean, it's the bar, the recommended bar. We were at the end of it, but still,
yeah,
that's better than if we show up at the end of the recommended on YouTube, because YouTube has a lot more recommended.
Yes, but there aren't as many people streaming on, like, just to take it into consideration here. Going to twitch.tv. Make sure no audio plays. Let's go look at, pull this over here so I can actually in tabletop RPGs. There are 341 viewers
on Twitch. Yeah.
More than half of them are on one. So, like, one of them has 178 viewers. So more than half of them are watching one streamer. One. On YouTube.
Which streamer is that?
Stabbiness.
Okay.
And this is, I'm not speaking ill of anyone. That's just what it is. If we go to live,
I still think that staying on Twitch, at least right now, is our better move.
Actually,
it's a crapshoot. Because, I mean, it could be something where the growth of our channel will just be better on Twitch than on YouTube.
Or it could be the other way around.
It could be the other way around. But what I want to try and avoid is switching to YouTube, it not going anywhere, us making less money, and then switching back to Twitch.
I mean, sure.
So maybe if we did a couple of test streams on YouTube, ideally it would be best if we could stream to both, but I know YouTube has a thing against that.
All content, you can't multi-stream. None of them allow that.
It's kind of different if I stream to YouTube and you stream to Twitch.
Those are two separate accounts. You would not be able to, like, I would have to stream from Elder God EGB Gaming and you would have to stream from Sabar8984. That's different because that's two different streamers. We would not be able.
We can't both stream from the Spaghetti and Naked accounts.
Correct. Yeah, I could stream from Spaghetti Naked, or you could, but the other person would have to stream from their own respective one, because Streamlabs OBS is not going to allow us to be signed in to both accounts. It's not possible. It just doesn't happen.
Right. What if we changed the names to Spaghetti and Naked Bones and Spaghetti and Naked Sybs?
I'm not changing my personal one to that.
No. I'm talking about on Twitch.
Then we
So,
need
like,
two accounts. That doesn't work.
Right. What I'm saying is one of us stream to YouTube, one of us stream to Twitch.
Okay, so
So two OBS instances.
still two different accounts. Just can't use the same account. I mean that it potentially is, but at the same time, just using.
What do you mean same account?
So if I sign into, if I'm signed, like right now I'm signed into Spaghetti and Naked's Twitch account.
Yeah, I would just, because I don't have the Spaghetti and Naked Twitch on my OBS. Well, I do, but I would just link it because I use the same OBS profile as, or I would just add it to the Sybs.
But you would
profile.
still be streaming under your own name, your own account. You are not
not if I linked it to the Spaghetti and Naked YouTube.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Using
Is
the
what
Spaghetti
if-
and Naked. Well, you would have to use the YouTube account to stream to YouTube. You couldn't use the Twitch account to stream to YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
We could get around that if one of us streamed to Twitch and one of us streamed to YouTube.
yes.
So then we kind of get the best of both worlds.
But then we would have to monitor you would have to monitor one chat, I'd have to monitor another one, and then I would need to be able to see
We put Smut
their
into
chat.
overtime.
Smodabot engage. So I hear what you're saying. So just to kind of put some somewhat numbers to it, because I'm not going to get into the specifics of it because it's not fair to him. Killadrone switched from Twitch to YouTube, and he lost a whole bunch of shit from YouTube or from Twitch, but he makes more money now with less on YouTube on YouTube, because everyone gets a 70-30 split, period.
Right. No, I guess what I'm saying is, if it backfires,
If it backfires, we're just
a small piece of a watermelon is better than a big piece of a grape.
sure.
To quote Shark Tank, what they say a lot.
I mean,
So
yes.
like that's the thing. Like, if we're going to lose too many of our viewers and we don't grow at a decent rate on YouTube, then we fucked ourselves.
I mean, this is where it's worth mentioning
Because-
that, like, our last VOD has 27 or 17 views. The one previous to that has 18. The one before that has 35. But if I go to our YouTube account and I go look at our channel, there's 2 views. The past 3 have a total of 10 views out of the 3. But this is now getting into looking into how many people are doing a tabletop RPG on YouTube. If there's not a lot of people and someone just happens to look for that, or the algorithm loves it, it gets recommended, it gets pushed.
Our biggest viewership on any video is 11 on YouTube, whereas I'm fairly sure we've doubled that or even tripled that on Twitch at least once.
Good. Well, looking at here, let me pull Twitch up because I have it. Where are you? There you are.
Is going live on YouTube instantly monetized or no?
Yes.
Because we're not monetized on YouTube currently.
No, you don't have to read. There's not streaming on YouTube is streaming on YouTube. That's Monetization, literally, you set all that up. It's
See, like when I first started playing Sage.
I don't know. Yeah, let's do all this off stream.
Yeah, and it's just one of those. I'm just talking about it.
Yeah, I sent you another DM of my opinion on it.
Absolutely. So
Because ultimately, I think the biggest thing is, depending on how that goes, pulling the viewers. Because if the majority of our viewers want to stay with Twitch, I think that's the healthiest thing to do.
So the stream on October 6th has had 38 views. October 11th had 18. The 13th here 5 days ago had 18, and then we're still broadcasting right now. And then the previous one from the 6th for the festivities, that was 18.
We're losing viewers by not being entertaining.
I mean, technically right now we're entertaining. We're discussing, I mean, but this is the thing too. Yeah, should be something we should discuss off of it, but at the same time, we care about our viewers' input, so it also means we should talk about it here because it matters.
Right. I think the biggest thing we should discuss me and you should discuss this fully off stream, because ultimately it's going to be our decision.
Well, yes, but still,
before we do any changes, I think we should pull the Discord and then pull the chat at the end of a stream or at the beginning of a stream, or both.
Because
anyways.
It's that there's just a lot of content creators moving off of, like Asmongold. Asmongold is moving off of Twitch.
Yeah.
Because he's losing his 70-30 dedicated contract when it renews. Everyone's losing them. It doesn't matter who you are. Even a dedicated contract now will be 50-50. There's literally no incentive to stay here anymore. It's insert Steam as YouTube and put Steam as Twitch and Epic as YouTube. It's the same thing. 70-30 versus 50-50. You're going to net more money moving to YouTube.
Yeah. But also what I don't want to happen is we move to YouTube and then Twitch sees how many people are moving off of it and decide to switch it to an 80-20 to get people to come back.
They won't. They refuse. They've flat out stated in a public statement that they refuse to change it because they're making it easier for everyone.
We're not done.
Yep.
We'll discuss it more because we also have to consider what percentage of viewers are we going to lose. So that's why I
mean, yeah, that's always a decision. That's a heavy hand in itself. But I digress. We were in. So what about? So you remember the La Dorita? What about that? Why does that strike familiarity in the bridge? You were the one bringing it up.
Because our control scheme is different. So seeing a human control scheme versus something designed by Kife, which granted we did take notes from you all, but ultimately we put our own twist on it for what would be easiest for us. So that's just why I'm saying it's interesting.
Oh, okay. I mean, since I haven't been on the bridge of one of your space caddies.
Well, you've had the La Dorita. So basically the biggest difference is your ship is a lot of touchscreen keyboards, because then you can move things around easier and view more and put them in areas of importance. Theirs is a lot more tactile.
Oh, okay.
Fixed position.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And also he's saying interesting because of the space that's been put there to accommodate for Huge Reg when he does join the bridge crew on the bridge.
Yeah.
Because technically all the bridge crew have a seat on the bridge.
Where is
all of the department heads have a seat on the bridge. It's just, do they use it?
Where is Huge Reg's?
This is towards the back, like by the door.
And it's a fucking couch.
that it can taper off. But like Sprocket, he doesn't sit on the bridge. He could, but he doesn't.
No, he spends all of his time
in engineering because he likes to help the engineering crew if something breaks.
Yeah.
More hands make less work.
It's all good, Tammys. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate you.
Thank you, Tammys.
Yeah. Have fun at your appointment tomorrow.
But yeah, so he's just like, oh, we just have a more tactile approach. I think a lot of it has to do with the more resistance on it because we're used to a larger gravity.
That makes sense. I can understand that.
So I think that's why we prefer more tactile to the touch interface.
I can totally understand how that would be a thing for a race that's used to a higher gravitational force than, well, we are, since you're 4 times ours.
Yeah. And you know this, that Huge Reg doesn't like the touch stuff on the bridge, whereas in the med bay, since he has full say, he can do tactile stuff in the med bay.
Yeah. Oh no,
that's
it's
what he
a
wants.
dentist appointment. No fun.
Maybe they'll say you have perfect teeth, and it's just a cleaning, hopefully.
Or the fact that it's just a tooth. Oh, is it just? Oh, so it's just okay. Yeah, hopefully cleaning just goes fine and without any sort of anything.
Yeah,
fingers crossed.
Dentist appointment where they just do a cleaning, okay with. When they get the drill out,
does that hurt? No, she tickles.
God, the numbing needles hurt so bad too at the dentist.
See, when I got my 3 wisdom teeth extracted, no pain, nothing. No.
Did they put you under for your wisdom teeth? Because they put me under.
No, mine weren't impacted. They had broken through, so it was easy. I didn't need them removed because there wasn't enough room for them. I had one of them. There was only one that needed to be removed, but I went ahead and just did all 3 at once because
all 4.
I only had 3. The what? This one, the back right, it was never there. So I only got 3 out of 4. So,
see, all 4 of mine were growing sideways towards the front, and it was actively breaking my jaw.
Oh, see, yeah, I have plenty of room. It's just my mouth is so wide that there isn't enough space to allow for, I'm trying to remember how it was put, because I mean it's been over a decade since I had them removed. But I just remember I forewarned my dentist, hey, I'm a redhead. You're going to go through a lot of Novocaine. He's like, we'll see. I'm like, you're gonna want to have. I went through, I think it was 12 syringes worth of Novocaine, because redheads metabolize painkillers much faster.
Yeah.
So
they put me under just because, like, by the time I was finally able to get in to get them removed, my gums were bleeding constantly because they were being ripped open.
Yeah, mine
constantly.
I didn't have surgery. Mine was just numbing, and then it was pressure, rocked, pry bar.
Yeah, no, mine had to be cut out because they never surfaced, but they were growing forward.
Yeah,
so it was ripping my gums.
Yours were impacted. Which the only way to do that is surgically remove them. Yeah, no, and then I was, hey, 72 hours.
Right, but even more on that, they weren't just impacted. Like, normally they still grow upwards. Mine were growing forwards. So
yeah,
they were breaking my jaw.
Yeah, oh no, I understand. I remember them talking about, because they had the other, since my jaw is so large, the bone between the top of my molars and my sinus cavity is 3 pieces of paper thick on both sides, where it's meant to be like 12 to like 15 pieces of paper thick. So my sinus cavity is super close, and if pulling the teeth, if it would have broke that, it would have been a straight ER visit, because that sepsis can set in super fast. I can remember them talking about it. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, no. Like, it was bad enough that I had braces for like 3 or 4. No, I had braces for almost 2 years, and from my wisdom teeth, I'll need them on the top again
Hmm.
because it's shifted the top.
I'm actually
bad.
thinking once I start my new job, I'm probably
do
gonna
Invisalign.
go. That's what I'm gonna do because I've had them, so I just really want to realign my front teeth because I hate the gap that I have.
Yeah.
And so
See,
yeah,
mine, one of them is more forward than the other.
I just know that I have a large enough mouth to where it's not that big of a deal. I just need to wear. It's gone too far to the point of retainers, so
Yeah, same. So yeah, I'll probably do Invisalign at some point, but I also want to get what are they called? Veneers. Just because I didn't take care of my teeth enough when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
Then unfortunately, once they start to yellow, that's a fairly permanent thing.
Hey, maybe my what, depending on where your dentist goes through, my wife might end up making your fake teeth.
No, I'd do veneers, not crowns. Veneers are where they just go over, where like it's plating.
I know. There's
Yeah.
still.
Does she do plating too?
Yeah, there's still veneer. So there's a big difference between a veneer and a crown. They still grind down your teeth for a veneer.
Yes.
But yes, you still hand make a veneer.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if she made veneers or just crowns because all the pictures you all showed me when I was up there were crowns.
Well, they're almost the same thing, basically. It's just how they're attached.
Okay. And cost to the person.
Yeah. They're not. Teeth work is not cheap, period.
No.
And even then, you probably wouldn't need to do your full. You would only end up doing like canine to canines on top and bottom. And maybe you may go premolar, depending on how wide your smile is. And that's something that you talk to your dentist about.
Yeah. I'd be able to go canine to canine.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe right after the canine.
Yeah, that'd be premolar.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I did it, I would have to go premolar to premolar on top and bottom.
But yeah, that's something I want to do because I am taking care of my teeth a lot now, but unfortunately, like, there's a point where you can't fix it.
I have a big mouth.
We know. Anyways, so you're giving him the tour. He's exploring the bridge. And then he's like, all right, cool. What's next?
So next thing, the closest thing is actually engineering. So just follow me here. We walk out and we go to engineering, which also happens to be right across from the production. The med bay? Is it med?
Med is literally right next to the bridge.
Ah, okay.
So that huge dredge has the shortest walk.
That's true, yeah. So I guess actually we'll stop by med bay first.
Huge dredge is in there, and he looks and goes, Kife, good to see you again.
And so yeah, here's our med bay, and I don't know. This is one of those things.
He's actually prepping for exosuit surgery right now.
Oh, so yeah, of course. Here we have who's actually going under the knife.
It is actually Kristen O'Leary.
Number 20. So we're at 28th already. So we have 27, or did we move her forward?
She got moved forward because of her selfless act.
Ah, okay.
So she is actually ninth.
Ninth, okay. So yeah, is she a lieutenant or ensign?
Ensign.
Oh no, she has to be an ensign, yeah. So yeah, we have ensign O'Leary here getting ready to go under the knife for the augmentation of the implant for the mech suit.
Exosuit.
Exomech,
whatever.
Yeah, X-Mech, whatever. Same difference.
There is talks of implementation to where they can pop out of the Exo and pop into a mech. The mech just being a lot larger.
It's just, it's technically the same thing.
Yeah. A battle mech. They're just calling these Exo.
Yeah. Because it's an exosuit.
Yeah. A mech is technically an exosuit, but it's more contained.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's what they're talking about is there's potentially once everyone goes through the mech suit process or exosuit process, making mechs, and then like they go in, and then like it pops up, and then fixing.
Matrix style.
Except it'll be automated, but yeah,
Yes.
there are talks of that, but it
And-
hasn't been approved yet.
Is she conscious or is she under already?
She is not under Yeti. She's not under yet.
Under Yeti.
She is not under yet. She
Oh.
is like in the gown and everything, like sitting in the bed, just waiting to be taken back. Huge Reg he's like, I was actually in the process of just explaining potential side effects, potential complications, which I mean, all of them can be fixed, thankfully, but it's still nice to know what potential discomforts you could have. Also, just letting her know about recovery time, what kinds of pains to expect, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, nice. And, you know, Kendra, for your selflessness of what you did, I see that we moved you up to the 8th spot. Are you excited to ninth spot? Are you excited to undergo the surgery?
Because I am, and I appreciate that all the other people in the exosuit list, they kind of discussed how far I should move up, and they decided 9th was pretty fair.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. I mean, it also helps having Huge Reg back in the saddle again. I'm sure that also helped alleviate any concerns from best I can say from an experience standpoint.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just it's nice knowing that good deeds go rewarded, I guess.
Absolutely.
Because even though it didn't even amount to anything, I mean it's still appreciated that the thought was appreciated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, something is something. That's all that matters.
Yeah. She goes, I'm honestly just ready to get it over with and get back to work.
I can.
No offense,
I can get that.
but I enjoy what I do.
Well, good. That's never a bad thing. You should always enjoy what you do.
Yeah. And you do know that the list is where it is based off of metrics of who will improve the most from the mech suit. So like it takes into account their current skill level and their rate of learning. So like people with a lower skill level that also have a lower rate of learning will be placed before people with a higher skill level with a high rate of learning, or a higher skill level with a low rate of learning, if that makes sense.
So the dumber you are, the faster you get one?
Not quite, because you also got to think that it was Lieutenant Captain Laura Minkle. Well, she's definitely not dumb, but hers was special.
Yeah, but say hers is a special case because she
Yeah,
only had a twig.
Lieutenant Price Palmer got an exosuit. They look at it as who will benefit the most from getting them first.
Okay, because that explanation made it definitely sound like that.
Right. So like when I meant skill level, doesn't necessarily mean intellect. So like Palmer was pretty high up because he was very good at security, but before being transferred to the ship, he was on his way out due to an injury in one of his legs. So that's why he was placed so high, because they're like, hey, this guy's really good, and the exosuit will help him most. So that's why he was placed so high on the list.
I think we might have covered this already, but are the powered people getting exosuits as well?
Not currently.
Why?
Because that would give them an unfair advantage, and the point here is to, until they can figure out a way to recreate it, it puts them on a similar playing field to the power people.
I guess it's the reason why I'm thinking about it is even though they're powered, they still can't breathe in space because these are sealed.
Some people can.
Okay, we haven't ran into any of those yet, but until then,
Yeah.
like I mean, technically I can because I don't breathe.
Well, you still have to have the helmet because your body still processes the oxygen.
Yes. Yeah.
But yours is a special case.
Yes.
But yes, you do have to breathe oxygen.
But like huge Reg still has to breathe oxygen. Granted, there's no reason for him to actually be in a mech or an exosuit, even if for him it would be a battle suit.
Yeah, he's like
he's
considered a powered individual though.
He is a powered individual.
Well, like he doesn't have a power. It's because Tiny Reg has 2 powers. Reg got the updated strength.
Yes.
And his just so happens to be compounding because of his background.
Yes. No, I'm just thinking of like Pact Card.
Yeah.
Still has to breathe. So I mean, so
he's one of the people that can breathe in space because he can build a respirator for himself with his.
Fine.
People with flesh, what they can do is they can create a process where they can oxygenate the blood with the carbon dioxide that they would be expelling. It's weird. But yes, what it is from any just everyday task thing. They're wanting to get everybody on an even playing field before they look at that.
So this is what I was thinking it'd be after all of the non-powered humans have suits, then at minimum, the remainder of the powered people should be fitted for them as well, just to the fact of if on the off chance, knock on fucking wood here, not giving you any sort of ideas, but
I've already got ideas, don't worry.
But if like the entire ship decompresses, like if it's not able to maintain pressure, anyone who has
so the exosuits for anyone that's powered will be much more basic.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
First.
I'm not.
It'll pretty much be like a collar rather than a full exosuit. That then helmets. That's basically what they'll be.
Okay, because it's not about. I don't want to be giving them an advantage per se, and I say exosuit because an exosuit doesn't necessarily mean that it's augmented power or strength wise.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Yes, there are plans for basic.
Yeah, because it's still one of those. It should actually, if anything, it should still be full body, just like any other one, because it's just easier that way.
Right, but like it'll be like because your all's uniforms are long sleeve, so basically what it'll do is like they'll change your all's like uniform a little bit to where it can fully seal from the uniform via the integration.
Because I'm also thinking about it from a combat perspective.
Because I know I haven't mentioned it, but they do change the uniform for the people that goes into the exosuit. It's just the difference is when there's an exosuit, the extra material comes from the exosuit, whereas on Urals, there will be like metal bands that hold the stuff, and they'll come out of that.
Okay.
It's going to be it's going to be very different, but it's a lot of it for like the sealability of stuff is contained in the exosuit. So that's what you all will be getting. You all will be getting exosuits in terms of survivability in harsh climates, not in terms of gaining extra strength.
Absolutely.
Or anything like that.
Yeah. No, they're
now if they find a process to give non-powered people powers, they're still going to keep that confined to your ship, but then they'll look at giving powered people full exosuits after the unpowered people get powers.
Yes, because this is where then going into it, if you have someone like, well, just for giggles, Lieutenant Henry Kogan, his ability to work with metal, augmenting his power to be able to be better at that. And
they're going to look into all sorts of things like, oh, what happens if when we discover this, can we give people 2 powers?
Yeah.
Or 3? What kind of side effects do they have if they have multiple powers? How can we adjust this scientifically to be more beneficial?
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. It's just
because
thinking.
you haven't ran into it because we haven't gone into like the charge system yet. But you do know that magical sickness is a very real and dangerous thing. You haven't ran into it, but there are one or two crew members that have gone past their ability, and it causes magic sickness.
Hello, Gabster.
Hey, Gabster.
Welcome.
Is that Le Gabby?
It's not a first time talker, so probably? Question mark?
But yeah, no, you know that people that have continued to push themselves way too hard with their magic abilities have gotten magic sickness, and a lot of times those side effects are permanent. Like they've not found a cure for a lot of them.
It is they.
It is Gabby. Hello, thank you for joining in.
Hi, Gabby. It's not their first time talking, so they've been here before.
Yes, they have. They are from one of the Discords that I promoted for this. Gabby is like an amazing friend. She's been there. They've been there for me a lot.
Awesome.
Whenever I've been going through like depression and stuff like that. They are fantastic.
Wicked. Hell
Gabby's
yeah.
bad. Gabby's a bad bitch.
Bad bitch Gabby. Gabby
Yeah,
the bad
legit.
bitch. So would that be would it be BBG or GBB? Because it'd be bad bitch Gabby or Gabby the bad bitch.
Yeah. I'll leave that one up to Gabby.
Gabby, what do you say?
BBG or GBB?
And BBG.
BBG? Awesome. Well, we appreciate it, Gabby. Thank you so much.
So, okay, awesome. Yeah, that's...
Try not to hold our vulgarity too much against me.
BBEG. What the fuck is BBEG? Bad bitch... bulbous...
Isn't BBEG Big Boss Endgame? Bad Boss Evil Guy.
That could be Bad Boss Evil Guy, Bad Big Boss in game. Bobaciously
it typically is Big Bad Evil Guy / Gal or Big Bad End Guy / Gal. So basically what Alamar was originally intended to be for this season.
Before I fucked you over by like, I'm just gonna let the
Yeah.
bastard die.
And what the offshove were for
Season 1.
For season 1. Yeah.
I love the fact that you did not expect me to just like let this bastard die in the sub VTF. That was great.
I know. That was.
You're like, he's gonna run to his rescue, bitch. He is. Is he? No, he doesn't. Then let him
No,
die.
I figured, this is a scientific vessel. We'll examine him. And you're like, I want to kill it. He's like,
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. No.
It's like, that's not very scientific for a science vessel captain.
No, but
Well,
it's
interim
also
captain at that point.
it's still a person who randomly injected themselves onto the vessel. No, that's not
I figured you'd like throw him in the bridge, do some questioning, run some tests, and he would turn out to be a bad guy.
And by that, but the thing is that we would have ran his blood and it would have blown up the fucking ship.
No, that was something that I did after.
Oh, okay.
After you did that, I had to adjust.
I didn't
was
know
like,
if that was still planned or not.
Yeah, no, I made that up. No, he was going to pass all the tests, and then he was going to answer all your questions properly. But then you were like, I will never trust this guy. And I was like, well, fuck, now I got to prove him wrong. Yeah, no, I originally had it where, because his two abilities are,
Yeah.
it's going to be easier on the roster. His two abilities are machine and fire. So he was originally going to make like giant.
But how can he couldn't be? He's ran no, because you can't just create a powered person.
That they don't understand that, but that's how he was written in the sub VTF, so that's how he came out.
Okay.
He was originally going to be machine and electric, or maybe it was earth and fire so that he could do meteors or something like that. But I forget. Earth, wind, and fire. Yeah. Do you remember?
It would have been, but it wouldn't have been a plot point because there would have been a blatant disregard to the fact that it's something that no other ones existed other than who were there for the initial anomaly. So it completely destroys the entire narrative from its inception.
Right, but you got to think. So they know how the DNA of powered people are. And so Sproles knew that he couldn't defeat all the powered people without a powered person. So he had to give himself an edge. So he wrote the DNA in the program similar to a ghost that has 2.
Okay.
Because they did study the DNA of the ghost of the one that died. Well, the ones that died.
Yeah. Okay.
Which generally it's just a disappearance, but because it was actual death.
Okay.
I don't know. There's some weird situations around it. Like they refuse whenever there's actual death. And so then they observe the DNA of the body.
Should have just
not a Foggia, but the original, the first one that died.
Really should have, like, when they ran past me, I should have said, as your captain, I command you to let that man die. Because then if they would have done anything, it'd have been a court-martial on them, because then they're defying a captain's orders for someone who's not a registered member of the vessel.
You weren't the captain at that point.
I was still acting captain. No, it was not. No, I was acting captain at the time when sub VTF incident happened because Foggy was already dead.
Okay, I thought you were talking about when the original ghost and body died.
No. I'm talking about
that
Alamar.
Happened before Foggy died.
No, I'm talking about Alamar.
Whatever. Alamar's turned into a good asset.
I understand. I get that. I understand. But I'm just stating that I should have commanded them to stop. Because that would have completely destroyed your ability to have a bad guy. But no, now he's become an asset. I can
still do whatever I want.
You can still do
because what he was going to do is, until you had him under such a microscope, what he was going to do is gain your trust, and then blow up a portion of the ship himself.
Oh, look at these nerds! I mean, look at the nerd that just joined us.
Hey,
on
Hunt.
Society Games.
Welcome in.
Welcome, bud. Look at this fucking nerd. Look at this nerd.
Guy as well.
Yes, but he's a fucking nerd.
He is.
Look at this motherfucker.
That dude plays Overwatch 2.
Bitch, you won't leave. You love us too much. Shit.
That guy plays Overwatch 2. He's a real nerd.
That game's getting such bad reviews.
It is. I'm having so much fun with it, though.
It is so, like...
Mostly whenever I play with him and the friends he's introduced me to.
The gameplay is fun. The progression is bullshit. The game is bullshit. Blizzard fucked up royally, but we're not getting into that right now. Today is fucking Cosmo Voyage.
I don't want to get into that at all, personally.
I mean,
I don't think it'll be enough to really warrant talking about.
I mean, it's enough to just say Blizzard dropped the fucking ball and fucked it up hardcore royally.
That's it. We finished it.
Yep.
Anyways.
The friends are the good, the game doesn't matter.
I mean, I've played some on my own, and I enjoy it most of the time whenever I don't get stuck with shitty teammates, but I digress. Back to this.
Yes.
So anyways, what's actually happening is...
we were in Medbay and talking to talking to Ensign O'Leary and Huge Reg.
Tiny Reg has machine and flesh.
Okay.
So Tiny Reg, he could technically touch you and change your circulatory vascular connection to where it recycles your CO2.
But asphyxiate.
No, where like it separates the C from the O2.
Oh, so I would just exhale carbon?
You would just exhale carbon.
It would be really weird.
Or it would store the carbon and flush it out. excrement. Like,
Poop. I'd poop out carbon. Pooping out carbon blocks.
yeah, flesh can do a lot of stuff as long as they know what they're doing. Like they can create like bone spikes and stuff like that. The only problem is he can't affect himself because he doesn't have flesh.
It's poop you can peel.
Bones does peel his poop like a banana.
So yes, getting back to fucking Ensign O'Leary on the bed talking about how she's excited to get this over with, and Huge Reg.
She's not like, I'm excited to get it over with because I don't want this. She's like, I'm excited to just get back to work.
Yes.
And this will help me be more efficient.
Yes.
And if it can be one thing, you should be efficient. We quote Letterkenny so much. On here.
Yes. So, with that being
I'm glad
said,
my coworkers convinced me to watch it.
I mean, yeah, it's an awesome show, and I'm glad I convinced you to stick with fucking Shorzy.
I am too. It's not as good as Letterkenny, but
It is not, but it's still good.
It is still good. It just starts off bad.
You have to understand Letterkenny. You have to watch Letterkenny for a lot of that to make sense. And then
Well, you gotta think I watched it after I watched all of Letterkenny.
yeah. Well, true.
It starts off worse. Like it gets better around the middle. It has a rough start.
Which is fine. Fuck you, Shorzy.
You, Riley, I fucked your mom so hard that drown me.
If you strive to be one thing, be an officiant.
I did ask my coworker. I was like, if I get ordained, can I marry you and your fiance? Like, I promise I won't make fun of how short you are. And then I would make fun of how short he is.
Proceeds to make fun of how short he is. Oh god.
No, I wouldn't make fun of how short he is. I would make fun of how much taller his fiance is than him.
Terrible. That's amazing.
That way I keep my word and don't keep my word at the same time.
So with that being said, if you follow me this way, Clefe, on the other side, of course, is the
Keith. No, L.
Keith. Blah. Keith. Keith.
Would it help if I type it to you?
Probably. It would help if you well, granted, this is only the Cosmo Voyage ship roster. We need another one for everyone else.
Yeah,
But
I'm going to
way,
do one for important locations, one for... That includes the notable people from those locations.
Mm-hmm. Worth mentioning, join the Discord. There's a section that you can create your own character. Fill out everything you can about the character, and if we love it, they get integrated into the game. They're into the role
you
play.
can write them up and then use a channel redeem to automatically put them on the roster. And when will they be pulled into the story? Who knows? But they will be on the ship's roster.
Yes. And they will be put into this handy dandy spreadsheet that I'm staring at, which I'm also using as a key light.
You mean Word document?
It's technically the Word doc spreadsheet, similar differences. Shut up.
Yeah.
Technically, it
Anyways.
probably would be better in a spreadsheet. But either way. But if we go this way and go across the hall here real quick, we'll go into engineering.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's you can just kind of the sprawling thing that is engineering, because you have LD and BD.
Yep.
Little dog and big dog, respectively.
Little dog and big boy.
Or big boy, yeah. BB, that's right. LD and BB.
Yep.
Long dick and big bitch.
Bad bitch.
Big, bad, whatever.
Big boy and little dog. So yeah, they're hard at work since now they're drawing power from the station. You can see they've disassembled like the chamber for Big Boy.
Purple punch BB, no go punch, no punch back.
They've got like the containment field off of it because it's like a metal glass hybrid thing. Like it can be pulled apart, re-welded back together. Ooga booga science stuff.
The Ooga Booga science stuff. You are correct.
Yeah. So normally it's not removable, and these upgrades wouldn't be possible. They would just have to replace the whole thing. But Kogan is what allows them to take it apart and put it back together. Because of his metal abilities, he is able to refuse it. And they did testing like that beforehand.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that Kogan could do it with the whole metal affiliation and everything.
Yeah. Metal glass hybrid, it takes him a while and it's very exhausting for him because of the glass elements, but he can do it.
Nice. And I mean, just kind of somewhat briefly explain what's going on here, Kife. We're retrofitting Big Boy over here to we're moving all of the batteries to it, and then retrofitting some innards. I don't know the specifics.
Yeah, moving the batteries from Big Boy to Little Dog.
Yeah. And then we're going to, net is going to net us basically an extra 100 terawatts of power. And then, and so brings to one, well, yeah. Basically 100.
Yeah.
And then Little Dog over here will be the jump starter of Big Dog in the advent that
I'm just going to change
catastrophic loss of
at
power.
this point.
And before we turned around, we did a ship test and we were able to theoretically get it back up and running in a little over 2.5 minutes.
Is what we're estimating.
Yeah. So I said theoretically.
Yeah, he's going, wow, that's really quick. He goes, our space station has a tiered reactor system, and even with that, I mean, it still takes us a good 8-10 minutes. He goes, granted, we've got a tiered system with about 30 reactors.
Yeah. I'm pushing, like, trying to figure out or trying to have them figure out a way to keep it as low as possible, because my thought and scare is that we run into the off shove and they knock out our power and we're sitting ducks for 2.5 minutes theoretically.
Lieutenant Sprocket just kind of says from the moment, he goes, I would explain, but pact card, you can explain it. I'll correct you if you say anything wrong. And he's just like, okay, so the theoretical quickest that it could possibly be is 58 seconds. But that is if we were jump starting Little Dog for Big Dog. You have to have so much power for that to be possible that, like, it would almost be pointless. Because, I mean, why have the smaller reactor that can, why jumpstart the smaller reactor and that quickly if the big reactor is already running?
Yeah.
Because I mean, at that point, if the big reactor is running, we can run all of our systems. He goes, and it shouldn't matter how long it takes the little one to do it. He goes, that's the thing about it, is the theoretical maximum with our current technological state is 58 seconds, but it would be in reverse order and not worth doing. He goes, and quite frankly, we just don't have the sheer number of battery banks to get it that low.
Understandably so.
He goes, and it would get way too hot and potentially break the batteries, which then we get one restart and we're boned after that.
Yes, and I would hope we don't run if we run into the
maximum efficiency for power up. But yeah, theoretical minimum time.
And if we run into the off shove, the first thing I'm doing is running. I'm not fighting the off shove again. I just didn't have a choice before.
Yeah, Pact Card does say we also do have plans to I mean, granted, we're going to keep the backup on as much as possible because there's no reason not to. Because if we run to the off show, we'll probably just dump all of Little Boy straight into reactors, or Little Dog into all the reactors, and any overhead from Big Boy into the engines so that we can just get out as quick as possible.
Get the fuck out of Dodge. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, we've even discussed potentially going back to limiting in that protocol so we can keep a little bit of overhead.
I mean, if we run into the off shove, like it sounds like we should shut down everything to its minimum, like just lock the ship down and put everything into shields and engines and just get.
Yeah. He goes,
all
yeah,
intents
that's
and purposes.
basically the plan.
Yeah. And then if you follow me, Alamar, there's a quick trip up a little elevator here to take you up to Minkle's lab.
Down.
Oh yeah, down. I don't know why I keep thinking up.
Mm.
Do you go up an elevator? I don't know. Even though I know you can go down.
Yeah.
You should look into installing a protostar drive. Nah.
They use the quantum interstellar travel drive.
The Qatar.
The KIST.
Quantum Q.
The KIST D.
Hold on. I gotta type that out real quick. Quantum interstellar. The QISD. Well, because the thing is, interstellar's one word.
Yeah.
So it's the quid.
The kitty.
The quid.
Kitty.
the kit D.
The kitty.
The kit.
The kitty.
The kitty. Yeah. The kitty. The quiddy.
The kitty drive.
The quiddy. The quiddy drive. The kitty drive. No.
The quiddy. Well,
No. Yes, it is the kitty drive because we are powered by pussy. QIT-D TM.
Oh, what a thing.
Coined right here now. You heard it. We're powered by pussy.
Yeah, because kitty is kitty. Kitty drive.
TD Bank. You work at Titty Bank? Yes, TD Bank.
Same concept. Kitty drive.
Oh,
Anyways.
God.
Meow. Aptly named because of its purr-like humming.
And it smells like tuna.
It's odorless. The purring.
Bumblebee tuna. Finkelhorn was a man.
Fuck you, I'm the DM.
From Star Trek profanity. I mean, we could go straight up just saying frack just because, and go full on Battlestar Galactica as well.
Anyways,
Going down the elevator.
you go down to Miko's lab.
Yes.
They're doing some experiments. Her lab is currently unlimited.
Ooh. Oh yeah, because we're
Yeah, because
we're tapped into the
space station,
power.
and it's designed to be able to fully power several ships, including several that are bigger than yours. So it's got like an 8.9 petawatt.
So, Minkle, how's the got any news for me now that we've that you now have unbridled access to all the power you could ever fucking imagine?
Yes. Thankfully the optimizations that It's under the research. I was scrolling to it. That bullets has been doing.
That instant
We're
Sandra bullets.
we're almost to the point where we would have been able to do it on our capped power with the portals. She goes, sorry, I had to take advantage of this unlimited power.
I mean, Kife, do you have an issue with it?
He goes, you're currently the only ship docked. As long as she doesn't cause the reactor to shut down, then that's fine.
You heard him. Don't shut down the power station of the
He pulls out his
facility.
walkie-talkie and he goes, limit the Trivago to 6 petawatts.
And there we go.
She just goes, I was still in the terawatt range. And he goes, oh God. Because this is going to be a great 3 weeks.
Well, take advantage of every you can, because we will not have that amount of power.
He
once
goes,
we disembark.
she just says, the keyboards have to wait right now.
Okay.
And she like fires up the portals and she's like, as you can see, here's the great thing. And she jumps through it and she comes out the other side. Which, I mean, it's not pocket dimension, so that's the same as how
It's
yours
literally it's my portals. Yes.
Yeah, it's your point-to-point portals, not the pocket
Yes.
dimension.
Yes.
She goes, it's working and it can do a full person.
Have you tried this already, or did you just jump in?
She goes, have I jumped through it already? No, that was the first time.
Have you put?
She goes, have I been throwing apples through it nonstop? Absolutely. You see, like, there's a bunch of apples that are like bruised and dented. like there's at least 40 apples on the ground.
I mean, can digitally synthesize anything, so. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
It goes, me too. I wasn't 100% sure that would work.
Yeah, what was the ethics committee on that testing a full person's body? Well, they weren't around, and they I guess there's not really much they can say now. Everything would be retroactive.
He says, hey, the ethics committee said that I had to come with them with anything that pertains what could be perceived as an AI.
EM has a very valid point.
He says they never said anything about the portals.
True. And actually, she doesn't know about the ethics committee.
This is true. But anyways, retcon all that. You've not brought her into the fold yet.
Yeah, she's not into the fold. Are you talking about there is no normal, what normal kind? What? The Grand Council?
The Grand
I don't have to report to them about this. This falls under my jurisdiction. She should have asked for permission before jumping through it.
Does what she wants a little bit.
Clearly.
She goes, hey, it was going to have to happen at some time, and would I rather risk my life or their life?
I would much rather you say something about it to me so I have some sort of injecture before you do it.
She goes, well, time standing still is time wasted.
I mean, I understand, but taking 20 seconds to make sure that you won't get court-martialed or you don't die? You are an invaluable asset to this, and you would set us back years if you didn't make it through there. Granted, it's hindsight now, but these are things you do need to think about.
Because I considered the chances, and it was more likely I would be fine than not. Especially with how high the power limit is set to. So, plus, that just gave me so much invaluable data on power usage with this thing based on mass.
Okay, and what did we spike at for power usage?
She looks at it and she goes, a lot.
And what define a lot?
About 850 terawatts.
Hey.
She goes,
So
but let me show you the cool thing. And she sizes the portals down and she does the wavelengths. She goes, that is down to 66 terawatts.
but there's only one connection.
Right, no. But remember, we were using this to see about signaling with Tiny Reg, is what you wanted me to do with this.
Yeah, no,
So it's almost power efficient enough. Well, from a standpoint of how much progress we've made,
yes.
it's almost to a point of being able to put into implementation in an exosuit what an exosuit can do. Because you got to think, we don't actually know what the power spike usage was originally before the optimizations. We just know that it was enough to shut down the reactors, or would have been enough.
Yes. So I mean that's awesome, but I guess it's because the output of the reactor on the exosuit is how much again?
It's about 4 terawatts.
4 tera, and you just did 66.
6. Correct. I'm estimating that originally before optimizations, that because she goes, I kind of had somewhat of an idea based off of your natural portals. She goes, I was estimating it at 4.5 petawatts originally.
Okay.
Just based off of how quickly it was shutting off and cutting the apple because of the fail safes.
Yes. I guess it's the thing I'm thinking here is that we're still not in the capability range of an exosuit. So you wouldn't be able to do it.
Right, but going from 4 petawatts down to 66 terawatts,
I mean,
is a way bigger difference than 66 to
less than 4.
2.5.
Yes. So
She goes, that's why I say we're almost there, because in reference to where we started, we are almost there.
I mean, sure. We're definitely in a home.
Granted, these final optimizations will be harder, but we're almost there.
Because you got to think, you just can't. You wouldn't be able to even then half of 2 terawatts is still too much. Because hear me out on this.
She goes, I have to get it into the under a single terawatt is what I need to do. She goes, but keep in mind, right now I haven't figured out a way to make them unidirectional. And she goes, what might be able to happen is, because you got to think, Tiny Reg is going to stay on the ship.
Yes.
So in unidirectional mode, they might be way more power efficient.
True. And I mean, so this actually might. So I don't want you to give up on the keyboards fully, because if
she goes, no, what we do with this will help with that.
No, I understand that, but I think you need to. Well, I guess you need to first be able to encroach the field, the
words. Tiny Reg exists in?
Yes, you need to get that. It's great that they work. Shift gears. I don't care about optimizing them right now. We can work on that later. You need to be able to get in contact with Tiny Reg on his plane of existence to be able to get him his keyboards.
Right. She goes, I understand. There's only one problem with that.
What?
It's really hard to test that, because we'd have to get approval for him to come out.
Then you need to. Tiny Reg, can you pop into the. Can you come here, please?
His hologram appears and he goes, right, so I can do this all I want. He says, but it has to be approved by the Grand Union Council for my actual form to leave.
Okay. That's fine. What was I going to say?
He goes, but from what I can tell, the portal system for that brief moment that it's in the portal and not on either side, it looks like that might be on my same plane.
Okay.
He goes, so the better that they can optimize that and the more improvements they can make on that, I think it might make it easier for them to bring me a keyboard.
Or 2.
He goes, or the 12 that I have currently.
Yes. Well, because yeah, once we get 1 through, it's just simple as dialing it up again and chucking you through
Right.
11 more.
Right.
Or-
He goes, the problem is they have to optimize it to a point where it's safe to set 1 up right outside my pod so that they can be pushed through the tiny airlock door in the pod.
So, would it have to go? So, hear me out on this. In a controlled manner, opening up the pod door fully, not through the tiny slot, that could get you it better because it's going to be under supervised conditions anyways. Okay,
He goes, even the tiny door is going to have to be pushed. Now, potentially, depending on how it works.
And would it even matter if the door, because it's a different plane of existence, the door won't actually matter?
Well, he goes, kind of, maybe, I don't know. I don't want it to fall through the floor.
I mean, sure,
Which is why I was thinking the door, because I would have to grab it. But if they come through at a fast enough velocity, I might be able to catch it.
Because, I mean, it wouldn't need to be anything, like, massive here.
No, he goes, basically, though, if I don't have a hold on it, I can't guarantee that it won't go flying out of the ship. He goes, once I have my hands on it, I can adjust it where I need it to be. He goes, but... He goes, because I can grab an object and kind of pull it to my plane, but not quite.
But if it's close enough,
But if it's already on the plane, I can kind of adjust it a bit more, I think, maybe. And he's just kind of like, I don't know, this is all very theoretical, but basically, if I don't have a hold on it, it might be fine, but it could potentially just fall through the bottom of the ship and then fall forever.
And if it falls forever, it's a whatever. It falls for forever.
He goes, yeah, but I mean, like...
So it's a wasted keyboard, whatever. We can make another one in like 5 minutes.
He goes, fair enough. Okay.
It's one of those...
He goes, I guess I'm going to play catch with keyboards.
Because again, as I was saying...
Because that won't require any council approval. Whereas even the tiny door would require council approval.
Yeah. Falls to what gravity source?
The artificial gravity that's in the ship.
So it still falls to that. It just falls through the objects because it's on a different phase of existence. So.
Because the velocity, whenever you chuck it through the portal, it would be pulled by that gravity, and then afterwards it's not affected by gravity, and because it doesn't have an opposite reaction, it would fall and continue on its trajectory.
I mean, depending, you're assuming that the other plane of existence has a plane of a virtual plane that it is. It could just be a bottomless void.
Yeah,
we don't know. So it could fall for forever, or it could fall 5 feet and land in another fucking. We could find out that it's laying on the floor in the bay right beneath him, the floor right beneath him. We don't know.
Right, and
better
he's like, I'm not sure if he'd be able to see it whenever it falls past. He goes, I might be the only one to see it, other than the other ghost that's flying around this ship.
Get foe in the rain with a party of 12.
Fucking
good foe. Hello, Ali. Hello, welcome you raiders.
Hello, Ali. Hope all of you all are doing well.
Yes. I think what was Gitfo, where the fuck are you beautiful bastard? Where are you? You have not said anything yet.
Dr.
There he
Pepper, Mr. Pibb, Dr. Pepper,
Mountain Dew, Code Red.
Red. I don't know why that came in my head, but I was singing it at work and one of my coworkers was like, what the fuck?
Dude, I get yelled at anytime I sing it in the house now, so I fucking hate it.
So whenever I come back up, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know. It doesn't we were talking, so I see that, oh, you know what? Oh, hey, I see you're flipping to YouTube. So why are you flipping to YouTube, my friend?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, click on
There's a
Gitfo. He's phenomenal. He's a beautiful human
Your
being.
wife's gonna get pissed whenever we go over the 12:30 time. Because we're not at a good stopping point yet.
Oh yeah. So you're only gonna do it on Fridays. Okay.
Only Fridays. Okay. We could potentially move some things to YouTube.
I feel like this would be better on YouTube, because then it's just there.
Right. If we did that, I would want to experiment with like a different campaign that wouldn't be significant.
Okay.
Like,
I need to make an Insta and TikTok.
I thought you made a TikTok.
I have a TikTok. I need to make one for Spaghetti and Naked.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Just because it's boom TikTok, it's
that.
still one of the most popular platforms currently on the market.
I've heard that their payout rate is dog shit.
I mean, whatever. This is why you have multiple sources of income.
Yeah, and that one would just be funny clips.
Yes.
I mean, whatever.
Yep. So, yeah, I need to do it. I just need to. You do LOL. What? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't stream on. I'm not gonna no. This setup
Live.
would not that would not work. The cost of finding and editing those clips, there would be no cost. Depending, if it's from Twitch, literally it's the snippet from Twitch. There's a snippet tool built into YouTube as well. It's literally that simple, because you can log on to TikTok on a desktop. There is no cost. You don't have to edit it. You can just grab it live.
Well, Gitfo said the cost is time, and let's all consider that time is the one resource you can't gain more of.
I mean, true, but you don't have to go in and edit the information unless you're wanting to do some sort of interesting stuff to it. If you're just looking to grab a clip, it's just grabbing X time to X time, exporting it out and posting it and calling it a day.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a TikTok account, but I need to make one
videos.
Yeah, I don't make video. No, I don't. No, I just fucking watch funny shit.
Send TikToks to me, and I'm batting a solid 600 on watching them. I go back every couple of days and watch the ones I haven't. I don't hop on TikTok as much as you.
I'm busy as fuck. It is what it is. But Gitfo, what the hell were you doing today? Yeah, to upload VODs or mail packages, especially when that package is like right there. I don't understand most of TikTok either. Most of this shit doesn't make any fucking sense. Ooh, you were playing Soma. Did you have fun?
So much fun. Soma fun.
So what do you think of Scorn? I know we talked about it earlier in the shift. Earlier in the stream. But that's awesome. But yeah, what do you think of Scorn? Or do you even know what I'm talking about? And for all of you that are new if you have not been here before, I am Elder God Bones. That is Sybs.
A Snorlax onesie because it's cold as shit in my room.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm for a game that's been in development for 8 years, for it only being 6 hours long, I'm severely disappointed. And yes, Gitfo is Jeremy. Yes, and he is a beautiful bastard. But granted, they came from your stream, you bastard. But Yes, we are Spaghetti and Naked.
Well, I could be introducing them to our new viewers. That
I mean,
he
this
hasn't
is true. Yeah,
interacted
this is Gitfo, Jeremy. He's a beautiful man. Go follow him. I know our shout out command does not work, so I'm not even gonna try and type it out. Just click on his name and go follow him and give him a follow. Do it like now and then come back. But while that, for those of you who don't know who we are, oh my god, Snorlax. Yes. Oh my
Yes, I have my Snorlax onesie.
God. It even has paws. Show him.
Let me roll my sleeves back down. I can do little fine wiggles if I use 2 fingers on the seam.
So,
And it has pockets! So it's already better than like 90% of women's clothing.
totally smashed. Did not pass Snorlax tonight. But yes, master mechanic, mechanical engineer, tech enthusiast, engineering student,
Electrical engineering student.
Mhm.
Car enthusiast, tech enthusiast.
Yes. Good job. Good job, little angels. Giving Gitfo a follow. He is awesome. If you give him
we both
enough.
enjoy video games.
Yes, we both enjoy video games, and yeah, that's
We actually met because of video games.
satisfactory.
We both met in the Satisfactory closed alpha Discord.
Well, even then, before the closed alpha, we were in the satisfactory main Discord.
Well, yes,
But still,
is the main one still active?
fuck, I don't know. I'm not part of that Discord anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got banned several
Did.
times.
Twice.
Yeah, we met in the Satisfactory and on that closed alpha. I just meant like the era, like
Yes,
the timing of it.
the time. Yes, 4 years ago.
Damn, it has been that long, hasn't it?
I mean, literally. Well, I guess it's technically been probably closer to 5, but the alpha invites.
How old is Gwen?
She just turned 4 yesterday.
Okay, so it's been like 4 because we met before.
It's been
Alpha
yeah,
invites
it's
were being
yes,
sent out.
yes,
I
'cause-
met you just a few months before she was born.
yes.
Because the closed alphas were sent out after like the pre-alpha stuff.
The
Or like the
closed
pioneers.
alpha literally was today, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It was the day after she was born because I was
Yeah.
in the hospital when they went out.
Gotcha.
yes.
For the first batch of closed alpha.
Thank you. I will tell her. Yeah, the first round. Happy birthday. I will tell her.
So today's her birthday?
No, yesterday was.
Yesterday was. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, when was it was announced at E3 that year, right?
The Satisfactory was the year
Yeah.
before. So 2015. E3 of 2015.
16 or
Mm.
17.
No, yeah,
4 years ago-
17.
4
Yeah,
years
17.
ago is
Sorry,
18.
my son was born in 16. Sorry. Yeah, 17. But yes, she got a whole
no,
bunch of.
it was announced June of 18. So we met
Was
in June of 18.
Oh, okay.
June 11th.
Whatever.
But yeah, so we've known each other like almost 4.5 years.
Yeah.
I've driven up and seen him twice.
Birthday. Happy birthday. But
I
yes,
went up and saw him twice now, actually.
He has. And we even did
Was
a
going
stream.
to- Yeah, we did do a stream. That was like our second or third episode of Spaghetti and Naked. It was very early on.
Yes. No, his third one was with Kilodrone.
That was the one we did with
Oh, yeah, that is the
Kilodrone.
one with Kilodrone.
Yeah.
She's a spoiled diva, so yes, she got candy. She got a Barbie doll. Or she got Barbie dolls, some outfits, a spa day thing. So much lore. But then also, how's the campaign going? Campaign is going really good. Right before you raided us, we were just talking to Laura Minkle about the artificial portals that she made, since we are docked at the Bulgarian spaceport, and pulling power off of them, and instead of using our own
Episode
power.
4. Episode 4 was the one with drones. Episode 2 had your wife.
What was 3?
I just looked it up on the YouTube. I'm not seeing 3 on there. That was the OnlyFans drama.
Oh, that's right. The OnlyFans drama that didn't go anywhere.
And episode 5 was the first episode of Cosmo Voyage.
Oh, shit.
So we started Cosmo Voyage in November of last year, roughly.
Yeah.
Because... No, that's not right.
Too
Because
consistent. I mean, to be honest, what we're thinking about doing is creating a website with all of the pertinent information on it, so it's
for Cosmo Voyage,
for Cosmo Voyage, so everyone has access to it, especially when you start taking channel redemption points and we need to edit and add stuff, or then when you join our Discord and go create a character. And while I'm talking about this, I will go to said Discord, go to the kitchen, go to the pinned messages, and I will grab this link and paste it so you can join the goddamn fucking Discord and go to the Cosmo Voyage character sheet and create your fucking character so it can be, and if we love it, it gets pulled into Cosmo Voyage, and then compounding that, use your 7,500 it is 12,500. I'm sorry, 12,500 saucy points to create a CV character, and then they get instantly added to the ship roster because we have 1,100 people to fill out in this damn ship, and I'm gonna have to remember all their goddamn names. Fuck. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, that's really about it. What else? What was your stopping point for the day? Did you want to get through the whole ship?
Oh, I just
What's the 750,000 one? Upload a VOD. You do realize I'm uploading a VOD now every week because I'm no longer recording them to my computer. So as soon as we end the stream,
older VODs.
then I have to locate them, which means making this hard drive over here functional again. I'm saving it for the hard drive. Well, if the hard drive ceases to exist, be able to pull anything off of, there's no saving that information, and I'll never be able to upload it. It's lost to eternity, to the void. Sorry. Where is that hard drive? It is not there. Fuck. Uh-oh. This is not good. Lost to the VOD. Yes. So there was a, dude, you know what? I still haven't set this up yet. I still have this fucking BMax mini PC that I haven't gutted and turned into a 3D printing farm yet. Or 3D printing. Oh, it's right here. I'm an idiot. It's right in front of my face. This hard drive right here. This Toshiba, a hard drive, 2 terabyte, was created in March of 2013, and currently Windows will detect it and it'll spool, but it will not seek. And if I was smart, or if I at least knew what the hell I was doing, I would try and figure out how to order the PCB board off of it to replace it. But I don't know what I'm looking at, because when you go to look at all that shit, I don't fucking know. I tried replacing one and I spent like $300 buying different PCB boards for another one, and it never worked. So, because I have another like 4 terabyte hard drive somewhere over there in the void of storage, and it has like a good 2 terabytes of music on it that I just can't gain access to. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. With that being said, It's 12:35. I gotta get my ass to bed. Especially since I'm really gonna have to start like pounding on this 12:30 time come the 31st when I start my new job. Yeah, I mean it sucks. It's been let's see, when did that hard drive die? That hard drive died when I still lived in Columbus, which has been at least 6 years. Tell the people what's happening Thursday. We're playing Civ 6 with Smada. Yep. Yeah, no, it's one of those. I ordered a USB. Of course, it's a USB dongle to plug it into to pull the information off of it. But it seeks. Windows sees it. It grabs all the information off of it, or it spools, but it won't seek information. Or if it does, it'll go and then die. Go and then die. Go and then die. And then if I do it too much, it causes the whole system to crash. So I don't know what the issue is. I kind of feel bad. Oh, whoa, hey. Need to click on things. I can't just let my mouse sit over because then it just gets all fucked up. No, Civ 6, as in Civilization 6. Even though Sims 4 did just go free to play. Yes, VI. Civ V. VI. Why am I getting pinged? Where did I get pinged? Oh. Give me the... There we go. Yes. Civ, I mean, sure. But yes, so I mean, I know you guys, you were literally you rated us right as we're getting ready to end. I'm sorry not to be able to entertain you with some more of my voice talking about giving a tour of the USS Travago. How dare you? How dare you? I mean, you know, how dare I? But yeah, once I start my new job, it'll have like literally I will have to end at 12:30. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, because my job starts at 8 a.m. Meh. Especially for the first 3 weeks, it'll be in training. Unless I take the new job today that I have and then interview in 10 hours. We'll see. Whatever. Who knows?
Yep.
We shall find out. But with that being said, we're going to go raid Bomb Squad stream.
Yes, we are. And they're playing Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga again.
They are. So, for those of you that do not have the raid message, we will go grab it. The 6th level of the water now. That's not the right Discord. This leads the kitchen, leads the bedroom. It's time for spaghetti and nigger. But YouTube, we love you. Come watch us live. This VOD will be up. I know it is. I'm just doing it because it's the 19th of October of 2022 at 12:39 a.m. This video will be uploaded in probably 4 hours because that's typically how long it takes Twitch to upload something. We love you. We appreciate you.
Thank you, YouTube.
So, bye. And with that, we're gonna do where'd it go? Where is it? Oh no, where did it go? Ending. Bye.
Boy.
Look, see, there's ending. It's ending in the wavies. Bye. Say bye, Sybs.
I said